Photographer Brian Clarkson has been traveling the world capturing images for the past 5 decades now.
It was put to me when I was 16 years old, and I decided that this is the road that I wanted to travel. That my mandate for the rest of my life was going to be to capture moments.
And when capturing those moments, Clarkson prefers the fly-on-the-wall approach.
I don't contrive anything. I don't orchestrate. I don't put anything together. I just am there to document.
And along the way, Clarkson has documented several third-world countries, often teaming up with close friend and fellow humanitarian Dr. Bob Cutler, using his camera for a much greater purpose.
I have the ability to be able to use a camera to be able to capture and bring across in a way that people can understand. All the trips that I've made have come out of my own pocket. I've never been paid a penny to do this. It's just something that I feel strongly about. And because of that, we've raised a tremendous amount of money.
His most recent travels include a pair of trips to Haiti following that country's devastating earthquake.
And that was nice because I was there just a short period of time after the earthquake, the first trip that I made there. And then I was there in last October and November, a year and a half after. And it was so encouraging to see the changes that had taken place. What I'm always so impressed with is the resilience of the people and about how they are able to just dig so awfully deep.
As for his favorite shot, well, that remains this photo taken back in 1969 while working as a photojournalist in Toronto.
I had a day off and I went out for a ride, and I photographed, it was a farm down a hillside. I stopped along and there was a man on a surrey that had come out. And he was going down this gravel road, and I had stopped on the secondary road above. And I jumped out of my car as quickly as I could, took a picture as quickly as I could, and it wasn't fast enough because the horse-drawn surrey was out of the frame. But I took the picture, and the horse-drawn surrey came around and came up, and I stopped this fellow and asked him for directions because I didn't really know where I was. I was just new to that area. And several months later, I was working for a newspaper called the Brampton Times, and it was in the springtime, almost a year later, and the photograph was sitting on my desk, and the publisher came along, and I could hear him. I was in the darkroom, and he said, "Who authored?" That's a term they use. He said, "Who authored this photograph?" And then the publisher is standing at the darkroom door, holding my photograph, and he said, "Is this yours?" And I said, "Yes, it is." And he said, "I want a copy of that. That's my farm." And I said, "Really?" I said, "Do you have a horse-drawn surrey?" And he said, "Yes, I do."
Fast forward to the present day, where Clarkson is showing a collection of his travels titled My World at the Key City Gallery through March 19th, something he was admittedly at first a little reluctant on.
I was speaking with some of the people that I work with. They encouraged me to do so, and it's nice just to be able to I guess, step forward and show people, some of the things that I do. I'm not known so much locally for this kind of photography. I'm known because we photograph a lot of weddings and portraits, commercial photography. And this is something that I kind of do on my own.
And Clarkson is hoping the exhibit will have a similar effect on viewers as his travels have had on him.
There's a quotation that I have over here that I coined a number of years ago. And it's so true that, in looking at these pictures, the more I see of the world, the less I understand why things are the way they are.
Blaine Evans, Shaw TV, Cranbrook.